OW Chicago on a summer-free Saturday night. Yeah, it's 11 p.m. Central Time. I know you all still watching TV, going to the club, having you some beverages, having you some meds, okay? Yeah, it's Saturday night. But guess what? There's a lot of things going on, but they got it going on right now in East Point, Michigan, which is right outside of Detroit, the Footlocker parking lot. Yes, at a Footlocker parking lot, a mass shooting. According to the reports, you had 2 cars pull up in the parking lot of Footlocker, East Point, Mal, and Kelly. Yeah, Kelly Road. Yeah. I'm just saying. Anyway, they pull up into the parking lot. Men jump out. They begin to fight. Somebody discharges a weapon. And a weapon breaks before that. Yes. While they were fighting, somebody dropped their gun. And according to the reports, the gun broke. And a female went back into the vehicle and got another gun and started shooting. 2 men are dead and 2 men are injured. All 4 men. You got this one big YouTuber that's talking right now, talking about how black people out there shooting themselves over gym shoes. That is not true. They never went into Footlocker. Had nothing to do with Footlocker. They had some type of argument among themselves and just so happens took it out in the parking lot of Footlocker, okay? Don't let that big YouTuber mislead you talking about black people out here killing each other for some LeBron James gym shoes, some Jordans, and whatever gym shoes they got out there. They weren't even in the store. I'm just saying. Make sense out of what you're saying while you're out there doing a live. It's sad that you have some people in the world that likes to put other people down or stereotype them without really knowing the facts. But yet they out there doing a live saying that it was over gym shoes. They never went inside of Footlocker. Didn't have anything to do with the mass shooting at all. That's where they just pulled up at. They had a fight. A gun fell out on the ground. They say it broke, according to the reports. And the female, they're looking for her. They say that they sped off in a black SUV. Now, you got a couple of reports out there. One report says that a male got in the truck, the shooter. They called him a male and said he got in the truck and left. However, you have other reports that said it was a female shooter that shot up the parking lot and shot them 2 guys. That's according to what's out here right now. That's according to the news right there in Detroit. Yeah, gun violence. Back in the day, we just used to fight. Knuckle up. Ain't no knuckling up today. Knuckle up with them slugs. And it's sad that you have people out here turning off people electricity, disconnecting them for nothing. In the end, it was over nothing. And I bet those men that were arguing and those men that got shot, the conversation that they was having really wasn't worth it. They didn't have millions of dollars, did they? They didn't steal someone's Wall Street scam. You know, they didn't steal that idea. You know, maybe they robbed somebody. Maybe they was talking to somebody else's lady. Maybe, you know, it could have been a number of things, but it wasn't over gym shoes. Okay? It was not over gym shoes. And that's according to the news in Detroit, not the big YouTuber that's saying that black people was killing black people over gym shoes at Footlocker. That is erroneous. Don't listen to that guy. I'm just saying. However, it is sad that we continuously continue to kill ourselves. We continuously continue to kill ourselves. Yet, many of us ask for respect. But we have no respect for life among ourselves. Life is so cheap to us. Because if it wasn't cheap to us, we wouldn't be taking each other's lives. And by the way, for everybody that's out there in the chat room, I want to thank you and tip my hat to you. You could have been doing something else with someone else, but you decided to stop by to see what we had to say. Who is that? Christy Garman, Bella the Slay. Okay. Hey, how you all doing out there? I appreciate you all being out there. And thanks. Okay. And stay away from East Point if you're out there in Michigan right now, because it's not a safe place. But the police have got, the yellow tape up and everything sealed off. And no public is at harm. No public is at harm. And no innocent bystanders got shot. However, there was plenty shells left in the parking lot. Now somebody got to go bury their kids. Another 2 mothers are going to the funeral home crying because someone that looked like them disconnected their kids. They disconnected their kids over nothing. Something that they could have squashed over a drink. I'm just saying. It's crazy out here. Have no respect for life. How can we expect to live when we're not respecting life itself? We're not having any value for life that was given to us. How are we supposed to continue to live? How are we supposed to continue to get mad and upset when the police shoots and kill us? Caucasian police. You don't see too many black police shooting and killing nobody. It's always the Caucasian police. Most of the time. Yeah, those are actual facts. You can fact check that. Whatever you want to do with it. That's not even up for debate, okay? And that's sad. And speaking of police killing black folks, right now you have a man in Ohio who killed a deputy right after a deputy killed his son. Now, I have to do a little bit more investigating for that story, but I'm not for sure if it was the same deputy that killed his son. I'm thinking that it would be, versus taking it out on someone else. I have to do more research on that story. But if you all are not up on that story, Ohio man kills deputy after deputy kills his son. So, just having some common sense, it was the same deputy. I'm just saying. Crazy out here. Even in Chicago. Hell, 5 people that got shot. 2 of them fatal already. A 35-year-old man over here on Division and Massasoit. The 1200 block of Massasoit. Dead. In fact about it, ironically, the funeral home is right down the street from where he got shot and killed at. And that's sad. Can't go nowhere. West Side Chicago. Wild, wild west. Yeah. You have another 24-year-old man dead over here on Quincy Street. Shot in the chest multiple times. No one has been apprehended. Just like in the case of the 35-year-old man that was found over there on Division in Massasoit, nobody's been apprehended. 15-year-old boy shot here in Inglewood, shot twice in the leg. 15 years old because he was arguing with someone. I don't understand it. Guns are not the problem. People are the problem. Guns are not the problem. People are the problem. People who have no communication skills. People who lack discipline within themselves. And I'm not talking about people as a whole section of a people. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying them individually, okay? I'm saying them individually. But you know how they like to look at us as a whole. I'm just saying. No common sense. Another person shot in the leg in Burnside. He can't even describe who shot him. I'm serious. The man can't even describe who shot him. That's sad. People are just going around shooting people, by the way. Just like the woman who was shot in her head multiple times in the Garfield-Lawndale area. And she drove herself to Mount Sinai Hospital. Now, when I looked at that story and read it, I'm like, she did what? She's been shot in the head multiple times, but she drives herself to the hospital? And check this out. She drives herself to the hospital where a lot of people die at, which is Mount Sinai. But just so happens, she's in critical condition. Shot in the head multiple times. Sitting in her vehicle, minding her business. Crazy world out here, isn't it? Can't go nowhere. Can't do anything. You can do some things, but you have to, and you can go somewhere, but you have to be careful. And sometimes you may be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and someone cuts off your electricity, disconnects you. I'm just saying. For what? Nothing. Hey, how you doing out there? Stitch Lover, what's going on? Hey, Stitch Lover, I want to thank you for being here because you could have been someone else. You could have been somewhere else doing something else with someone else. Who else we got out there? J Mastermind. Times is getting real. Crazy now. Yeah. Hey, it's all over. It's just not in the Midwest. It's in Florida. It's in Detroit, as we see right now. Yeah. Check out your news if you're in Detroit right now. I'm sure y'all already got a hold of the story anyway. But yeah, California, Memphis. Whew. Memphis is off the charts as well. In fact about it, where it seems, just from my understanding, okay, maybe, you know, I'm living in a bubble, but I don't think so. It just happens to be that where you have a high population of people who don't like themselves, that look like me, they kill themselves. And that is a shame. Time is getting real. You never know when someone is going to, you know, snap. You can say one thing wrong, or if a person tells you, say one more word, and I'm going to do this to you. Don't say that one more word. Because that one more word could be the end of your life. When a person tells you, don't say that no more, and you know you're arguing and they're heated, and you know they don't have no conflict resolution skills, so you have to walk away. If you want to have your life, that is. I'm just saying. Can't go anywhere. Not even children. Check this out. You have a lady that's in Minnesota, Rochester, Minnesota. The racist Karen does the ultimate thing. Let me show you what the racist Karen did. I'm going to show you this here. You see? I'm going to show you what the racist Karen did. I'm going to turn it up for you. Check it out.
This Karen calls on autistic autistic black kid 5 the N-word at a playground.
You called him a child? Did you call the child the word? It is my business. You call him a Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again? Okay. All right, that's what you say. Somebody digging to you.
A little kid just did.
That little kid, you call him the little child? Are you about to hit him? You chasing him?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act.
That's what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a
Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you.
The fact checker identified her as Shiloh Hendricks, 36, from Rochester, Minnesota, who is unemployed after...
Yeah. See that? Yeah. Call the little boy a nigger. 5 years old. Now, she's in Rochester, New York, and she says that the 5-year-old that was in the playground went inside her kid's diaper bag. To get what? To get what? Not to mention the fact that you just heard them say that the kid was autistic. But I can't remember seeing an autistic kid. And I knew some autistic kids. I used to teach autistic children sometimes in school, depending upon where they needed me at that day. However, I never seen an autism kid steal anything. They too busy wrapped up in themselves. Have you ever seen a young black autistic kid steal? Especially going into a diaper bag. I think the 5-year-old know that it's a diaper bag. But the fact remains that racist Karen called the young child a nigger. What do you think about that? What do you call white people who steal other people's land? How about that, racist Karen? What do you call white people who steal other people's land? Niggers? I'm just saying. These are the type of people that we're dealing with in society. We're dealing with murderers. We're dealing with rapists. We're dealing with carjackers. We're dealing with drug users, drug sellers, racist Karens, racist Kens. We're dealing with people who have no conflict resolution skills. We're dealing with people who obviously don't have any vocabulary skills. Yeah, I'm just saying. And the sad part about this here is that this racist Karen just raised over $300,000 on a GoFundMe page because she said that she needs to relocate because of the death threats that she's been receiving after she called that little black child a nigger. How about that? What do I have to do to have a GoFundMe, and I get over $300,000? Can I get over $300,000 for calling a white child? What would you call a white child? Huh? A nigger? Can I get over $300,000 to call a white child a nigger? I'm just saying. And nigger, for you ignorant people out there, does not mean black people. It means ignorant people or ignorant person. In this case, racist Karen was the nigger. She was the real nigger, not to mention the fact that she was the adult. And I really don't think that young black child stole something out of her bag, her child's bag. Y'all want to see this again? And you know what was funny? According to the reports, the racist Karen got a donation from another racist dude whose name, well, they use his name, Dylan Roof, okay? They used Dylan Roof's name as a contribution to her relocation GoFundMe, over $300,000 for calling a young black child a nigger. Now she's scared to death. What do you think should happen to her? We're going to watch this again. She got fired. She lost her job. She should not have never had the GoFundMe page up. In fact, about it, they said that she put it up under some Christian banner. Yeah. These are the type of people that we are dealing with. Stupid people. I don't care what color you are in the crayon box. If you act stupid, you're stupid. Color has nothing to do with you acting stupid. Stupid? I'm just saying, check this out again. Check this out again. Uh-oh. Where's that? Is that it? Yeah. Oh, the volume's on
Did you
there.
call the child an word? It is my business. You call him an Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again? Okay. All right, that's what you say. Somebody digging to you.
A little kid just did.
That little kid, you call him a... The little child? Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, the N-word.
If that's what he's
That's what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a
Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you.
The fact checker identified her as Shiloh Hendricks, 36, from Rochester, Minnesota, who is unemployed after...
Yeah. We just saying. These are the people that we are dealing with in the world. Stitch Tower. No, Stitch Lover, they got your message restricted. What you do? Oh, you retracted it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Stitch Lover. Yeah, but these are the people that we're dealing with out here in America. Americans are on the brink of self-destruction. I'm going to say that one more time. Americans are on the brink of self-destruction. Not only is our economy on the brink of destruction, the American people are on the brink of destruction. So be safe wherever you go. If you are able to carry a gun legally, carry it. I mean, you got people out here that don't have a perk card to carry a gun, and they seem to have all the guns. I'm just saying. Hey, I almost forgot. I got another story for you. Now in Chicago, we crash and grab, you know. That's what a lot of young people do in Chicago. They crash the store, grab, and get out, right? Not this time. Hey, over here in Rogers Park on Howard and Ashland, on the 1700 block of Howard, you got a GameStop store, or you had a GameStop store there, okay? Because some bandits, 2 carfuls, busted into the store with the car. The bandits jump out, stealing everything. You know how the Marines say, leave no man behind? Well, they left a man behind. Let him fend for himself. 2 cars got away. He missed both rides. The getaway cars. The same vehicles that was used to crash into the store. How can you get left? And that should have happened to you. This is what we're going through in Chicago right now. That should have happened to him. He should have been caught. But see, you know what? It is just my guess that the young man, sad, because he's charged with all felonies. Retail theft, burglary, and what's the other one? He got 3 felonies. Needless to say, the guy that they left behind is the guy that's gonna snitch. You understand what I'm saying? You leave the man behind. The man know where you stay at. He know where you hang out at. He can send the police to pick you up right now. He's going to say, let's make a deal. Yeah. Let's go into that conference right now. I'm taking the stand against all of them to get my charges dropped to misdemeanors. I'm just saying. Hey, he's finished. And those people that left him, they are finished as well. Throwing their lives away. You see? Not crash and grab, but crash and burn. Because that's exactly what he just did. Crash and burn. I'm glad he got caught. You shouldn't have been out there breaking into GameStop. What do you get out of GameStop anyway? Games? Games cost money, right? So, I'm just saying. Needless to say, let's see what type of Nintendo, Xbox, whatever else they got out there. Let's see if they be playing that in jail. I'm just saying. Now, what's sad about this? Now, the young man that was left behind, he stays all the way over in Riverdale somewhere. Way on the other side of town. I mean, way over on the other side of town. And he comes all the way over, down by Lakeshore Drive. Right next door to Evanston. Across the street from the city, Evanston. Right across the street. Right there on Howard and Ashland. What a stupid fool. Now he's over there on 26 in California trying to trade his cookie for a bologna sandwich. Y'all know how I go out there. Yeah, but I'm glad they caught his ass. However, GameStop, you know, they insured. So they get money back anyway. But it's sad. These are the times that we're living in. The end of times. Not the end of the world, just the end of the times that we know. Because life is going to go on. After we're gone, somebody else will be here. I'm just saying, it doesn't stop. It's just that we as people, as Americans, have lost it. Think about that. That's my time, you all. And by the way, if you haven't checked out my other channel, MOPOWERZ, here on YOUTUBE, go over there and check that channel out. We have audiobooks waiting for you all. Black Man of the Nile and His Family, From Babylon to Timbuktu, The Chronological Order, From Alchemy to Wicca, As a Man Thinketh, The Demonology of King James, The Fall of America, The Destruction of Black Civilization, Message to the Black Man of America, and so forth. However, the new audiobook series that I'm working on, I told you, it's right here. Yeah. Stolen Legacy by George G.M. James, the master teacher, whom many say that they killed for revealing the secrets. I'm just saying. It's going to be a good audiobook series, you all, so be looking for that. I will have that up and running sometime by Monday. I promise you, even if it's a part 1, you will have that up by Monday, okay? Been busy. And I've been online here on YOUTUBE giving you this NEWS, okay? And if you are into Chicago, old school hip-hop, comedy, slam poetry, go over to my other channel, THEMOSHOW Classics. All one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. That's THEMOSHOW Classics with an S. All one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. And over there you will find the likes of Diane Corder, Dion Cole, Reggie Reg, Quintella. Snoop is over there too, doing some comedy. Yes, he is. We got Shari Shari. We got Dura Banks. And if you are into poetry, We have Creative over there. That's his name, Creative. You have One Man and the Mic. You have Quinny Central. You got Still Black C, Murloc, Oron, and a whole bunch of other people over there. And if you are into that Chicago old school underground music, Crucial Conflict, Do or Die, Triple Darkness, Twister, Shauna, we got all of that over there. THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. Yeah, we got that psychodrama too. Affiliated Fellas, Mecca, Big Taz, Lunatic the Messiah, Cadillac Seville, Black Money, Mano. We have the Nomads. We got Ejilla Beats. It's just a ton of people over there. Yeah. And we got those Chicago independent movies over there as well. Yeah, Chicago independent movies. Full movies. Go over there and check that out. THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. And by the way, shouts out to my man Killer. Peace out, you all. Thanks for viewing. And on your way out the door, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when I upload videos on YOUTUBE. And also press those condiments to like and to share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. Thanks for viewing, you all. Peace out. Have a fantastic Saturday night. And by all means, never give up on your DREAMS.